Let's relax ourselves using our breathing. Breathe in a little more deeply than before. Inhale and exhale at your own pace. Notice as you breathe in how your body adjusts. Your shoulders rising a little, your chest expanding slightly. The breath moves in and out again. A gentle rhythm, always in balance. Go with that breath into your body and out again. Feel the journey it goes on as it circles inside your chest and returns to the outer world again. Go deeper with your breath, all the way down past your hips, down to your feet, and then drift up once more and out. Let each breath in and out take you to a new part of your body. Travel into your fingertips and out again. Curl under the skull, down the neck and out. Draw a spiral down there inside your tummy. Every breath you're taking in is making you feel more spacious, more calm, more at peace. Breathing in a balanced manner, in and out. Scan for anywhere in your body that feels tight, tensed, that might be hurting a little. With your breath, take relaxation to that place, warm and glowing, leaving all the cells rejuvenated, unstressed. Your breath moving in and out is the only motion inside of you, and your thoughts are gathered up in your forehead in a tiny speck that never ceases thinking. Thoughts, emotions, memories, ideas. This speck is so tiny, it will now be picked up on your breath and is taken forwards. It's early evening. You are standing upright before a parapet that runs round the edge of a church tower. The walkway around the steeple. This tower stands tall in the sky. The steeple behind you is like a narrow pyramid. top of this tower, normally a place out of reach, unvisited, has been decorated with extraordinary growths of ivies and trailing flowers, fruit trees growing from tubs. A great deal of green and colour pushes over the edge of the parapet to dangle in the sky. And beyond it, the slow colours of sunset draw the landscape sideways. There is so much greenery up here, you have to reach out and hold the steeple for balance, walking forwards, following the walkway round in its square. Where your hands find the tower itself, through all the plants, you'll notice it's of red sandstone. The plants rustle as you move through them. The sandstone has been warmed by the day's sun, and if you rub it with your fingers, it will fragment to dust. Let's take a few moments to make our slow, slightly awkward progress around the base of this steeple. Notice the colours of the flowers, the height that we are at above the countryside around us. This tower will seem less like something made of dressed blocks of stone, and more like an outcrop of sandstone that nature has hollowed into a usable form. Enjoy this walk in the evening sun as the sky becomes lilac. A steeple pyramid behind you above your head, and greenery and warm stone around the base. Where have you come from today, out there? What has brought you here? There is a door in the wall, half hidden behind ivy. Find where its handle is amongst the leaves. It'll be pretty rusty, it'll take some turning, but if you strain and perhaps dig in your heels a little, really pull, it'll begin reluctantly to scrape open. Pull it wide, that door wide open so you can pass on through. You've entered the belfry of the tower. This is an enclosed, intimate private space, lit by warm slices of daylight, admitted by the slats in the windows. The bells in this tower stand inverted. They are filled with earth, and flowers spill over the lip of each bell. This is a quiet room, hushed. You notice there's a doorway in the corner of this tower, and through the archway, a narrow staircase of stone leads down. So let's begin to descend those triangular steps, following the spiral down. The sounds will echo in here very close. At intervals, a slim window cut in the stone walls will light your way. As you go down, carefully finding each step with your feet. Note the windows as they pass by. A warm summer's wind will pass through smelling of hay, and for a moment that window frames a scene of pink and gold, hills, trees and golden grass. Spiraling further down, the next time the window comes, the sunshine is weaker. Black clouds are behind some autumnal trees, and the crops are baled in the fields. Descending carefully further, the next time the window spirals by, it looks out onto winter where frosty trees are naked, leafless, and there's a chill breeze. And the fourth and last time the window spirals by, you can sense new grass and buds on the trees, the return of birds and warmth. The staircase has ended. Your feet stand on flagstones, and space opens around you as you step out. You are inside the Kirk, your feet ringing a little on the stone flooring. This is a larger, expansive space, still very quiet. You can hear trickling water from somewhere. In the stone wall of the Kirk, a piscina has been cut, a small hand basin. Water flows with which you can anoint yourself. This little bowl of water has developed an ecosystem of its own. The stone is covered in moss. Miniature irises sprout along its rim. There are small golden fish in the water, darting around the trickle that keeps the pond fresh. Allow your fingertips to enter this water. It'll be cool. The little fish will dart between your fingers, tickling. You feel a rush as you touch the water, like a connection has been made to the back of your shoulders. An instant calmness moves over you and down. Instead of anointing yourself with this water, send something positive, a happy, loving thought, perhaps of someone you care for or a time when you were really happy, from your forehead, from that speck of endless thought and memory into the pool. And from each shoulder, send a time when you were strong, when you completed a task that took some effort. And finally, from your heart, into that pool of water, send a time you were excited by unexpected good news. Remember for a few moments how that felt. You continue into this yawning stone building. Your feet echo. There is stained glass in the walls. Their glow is many different hues of vivid red, blue, yellow, green. That multicolored light falls over a series of pews to your left. And above you, the roof stretches up to where you can't see. An empty, mysterious place. You notice on the pews there are flyers for many plays and entertainments, just like normal flyers for any upcoming attraction. But these are set in the past. They're titles about things that happened to you in your life. Spend a few minutes considering these. Feel the paper in your hands and note the titles. Are you surprised at what from your life has been deemed worthy to make into entertainment? Are you perhaps surprised by what is shared with other people from what you thought was private? Go along these pews and feel within yourself, what does it make your life sound like, presented this way to the world? What kind of anecdote does your life so far distill into? At the foot of the stained glass windows, greenery grows out of cracks in the stone. As you've walked along these pews, the wood has gradually moved from dead to alive, that is growing, its roots spread across the ground. Buds and new leaves push out. As you move further into the Kirk, pick any parts of the flowers or the greenery that most appeal to you. Carry it in your arms as we progress. Let's head to the front of the Kirk, the altar. This is not like any altar you've seen in a conventional church. Here, it is a circular pool about 2 feet deep. It's filled with clear water, and floating at the edges of the pool is more flowering greenery. The base of the pool is like a great mosaic, made into an enormous clock face. It has white opaque glass between black lead strips. Throw the flowers you collected onto this pool's surface and watch them slowly move around in a circle with the current. The clock hands have been set to where you, in the real world, believe you are in your life. This point of your life, as you perceive it, isn't necessarily one of physical age, but more decided by what you feel you've achieved, how much of your life's work you've done. So if the arms are at 12 o'clock or close there, that might indicate you feel very full of achievement. Perhaps that your incarnation could easily end without too much regret. But if you feel your life is fulfilling and you still have a lot you want to do, the clock hands are probably sometime before midnight, at any time of the evening. And perhaps you feel your life hasn't yet filled out much. There's a lot you haven't done, in which case the hands might be quite early in the day. Your mind will show you what time the clock is set at, and perhaps the time shown will surprise you, or it may match your own inner knowledge. Step down into this water. You'll find it's warm as it laps around your ankles and then up to your knees, and carefully, supporting your weight, let yourself settle down into the water, lying on your back amongst those rotating flowers. Put out your arms and legs so you can float easily on your back, and it will slowly turn you, circle you. You'll feel the greenery tickling your fingertips and toes at the edge of the pool. Your outer limbs form a slow circle. You hear the lapping of the water, holding you from underneath, as gently as a parent would. A loving being is embodied in this clock below you, which knows all of your life. In its wisdom, it knows what the future holds for you. Into this water's contact, you can shed any fear. No worry is too strong for it to dissolve, and no ache too deep to wash out of your cells. Let's spend a little time in this water. Share your burdens with it. It has all the answers that you need. Let them bubble up to the surface. Now the pool is dry and you lie on the clock face alone. Notice where your hands and your arms are positioned, where as clock hands they point. The flowers you brought here are dry and brittle beside you on the pool floor. Stand up and survey the coloured glory of the glass windows. There are 4 of them in this Kirk. Go nearer to bathe in their colours. The first window contains a sea monster coiled around a rock, defiant, roaring at the sky. The second makes a bird's nest out of a roaring fire, and its flames are fanned by the bird's wings taking flight. The third window shows a vegetable lamb, a plant whose sheep-ending branches bend down to graze. And in the fourth window is a selkie, slipping out of seal form to become human on a remote beach. In all of the windows, the glass is exquisitely rendered. Decide now which of those scenes, which of the ideas you're most drawn to. Turn to face that window and walk towards it. The depicted scene will come closer. It will fill the whole of your vision wherever your eyes turn. The surface of the glass, those coloured panes in their lead, reach out, meet you, and you fuse. The coloured glass becomes air, and now you are in the scene. You stepped into a world of colour and movement, different temperatures and exotic smells. The creature depicted is now alive before you. Something very important has led you to choose this creature, has brought you to this Kirk. So advance further, go in to share of its world. You've left the Kirk behind, and now, in this bright, living place, engage with the creature here. It will share with you why you chose it, what its pull has been over such a great distance. You've been placed outside the Kirk. We are outdoors. The building's stone walls are weathered and pitted, bitten away by time. The stained glass windows are dark, they aren't lit from behind. Shadowy glass and grey lead. You are here alone, walking around the exterior of this church, a Kirk that has no door, no way inside. If you crane your neck, the steeple is far overhead, hanging with its flowers and greenery, silhouetted now as the dusk falls. There seems no way up there, no staircase climbing its heights. And once more, the stone of the Kirk seems puzzling, seemingly made by humans, or is it a natural outcrop of rock? This is somewhere we can visit again anytime you choose to. But now, Let's hold inside the many surprises it brought to you. Remember the fish in the little pool in there, what you gave to the water from your life. Recall the flyers on the pews, those aspects of your time on earth that have been made into entertaining events. And the clock itself, the clock of time, the pool that you floated in, and the knowledge gifted to you by whichever window you went inside. All these things we'll take back with us. They will reappear when they're needed. We'll say goodbye to the Kirk. The wind is rustling out here, and it begins to flow around you, caressing your face and shoulders. You find that you're as light as a feather, and the wind easily picks you up to circle and dance in the air. It takes you higher, above the kirkyard, into open sky. Move in the air towards where you've left your physical body, sitting or lying down. Allow the Kirk and its tower, its steeple, to fade into the back of your mind. Lock onto your physical body, go towards it, through the rooftops, through the ceiling. Find it and position yourself just an inch above its outline. We'll now breathe ourselves back, the mental body into the physical. Breathe in a little deeper than before. Feel your chest rise and fall with the breath. And as you breathe in, bring your essence back inside yourself and leave yourself there. So let's breathe in, down past the chest, all the way down the legs to the feet, to the heels, and leave yourself there. Bring your feet back to the right weight. Feel that they're attached again to your body. Breathe in again and take yourself down to the calves, up to the knees and the thighs. And once more, leave your essence there. Feel them become solid and firm. Let's breathe in and go down to the waist and the hips, to the tummy area. And let's connect that to the legs. Now breathe in and feel yourself going up the spine to where the ribs are, the torso, the chest. Make that feel strong and solid again, owned by you. We'll breathe in and go down the shoulders, all the way to the fingers and the palms and the wrists. And in the next breath, we'll go down to the forearms, elbows and the upper arms, so that our arms feel solid and connected at the shoulders. Now breathe in and from the shoulders go up the neck into the head. Fill out between your ears, behind your eyes. Bring that little point of you that thinks to sit between your eyes once more. Feel for anywhere that still feels spacey and empty, and breathe back to that part so it feels solid. Try wiggling your fingers and your toes. And when you feel you are fully back, let's open up our eyes.